All right, so up here showing you another example of how to use Desmos on your EOC. A common question you might see. It seems like I've seen this on quite a few of the release questions. It seems like you'll probably see something like this, is my guess. If I'm wrong, I'm the problem here. But if you have this equation y equals 1/2 x plus 3/4, it says select all of the points that are contained on the graph. So one way you could do this is you could plug these points in for x and y and see if you get the same thing on both sides. But how I would do this question is use Desmos. Type in the original equation, whatever it might be. It might be like a line like y equals mx plus b. It could be a quadratic, like a curve. It could be any kind of function. It doesn't really matter. But you're going to plot this. And my advice is, because especially this one, we have to select all. If you see these little square boxes, remember that means you can pick more than one answer. But if it's usually, if it's multiple choice, they label them like A, B, C, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, if it's multiple choice, they'll have like little circles with A, B, C. So if you see boxes, just remember, or if it says select all, just remember you're going to be picking more than one. But how you can do this in Desmos, and it's really important. Like for example, if I try and type in this first point, like I said, always if you see this little exclamation mark, always hover over and read, because sometimes it gives you tips. It says this one, it tells me points are written like this, and notice they have parentheses. So to type a point in the Desmos, you have to put parentheses around it, or it won't plot. And what you want to do in this question is we're going to just do one point at a time, but we want to see, is this point on my line? I mean, clearly that blue dot is not on the red line, so that's not an answer. So let's try the next one. So 0, 3/4 is the next one. At a glance, it looks like it's on it, but I highly recommend just zoom in, just make sure, yep, it looks like it's on, because it might be like really close if you're not careful. So, like I said, zoom in just to be safe, but that is an answer. Let's try the next one. 3/4, comma 0. Just looking at that point, oh no, that's not on it, right? I don't even need to zoom in and check that one. The next one is 3/4, 1/2. Oh, even just visually, I mean, that is clearly not on the line, so I'm not going to pick it. That's not an answer. 1/2, just make sure you like move your cursor, but it would look like that. At a glance, it looks like it's on the line. Let's just zoom in. Yep, that appears to be on the line. But like I said, just be careful. Make sure you try and zoom in just a little bit, just to make, because it could be like really close to being on the line, but maybe it's like slightly above or slightly below. So just make sure they don't like pull one over you. But it appears we only have 2 points that would be solutions, or like they can word this different. They might ask you like which one of these points are solutions. They could ask you which one of these points are contained on the graph. But if you see an equation and like a list of points, you're just trying to find which one of these would be on top of your graph, whether it's a line or if it's a parabola, whatever your graph looks like, you just plot the original and plot one of these points one at a time and just check, is it on your graph? If it is, pick it. If it's not, don't pick it. Make sure you read the directions though, because I mean, they're always crafty. I mean, if they ask you which one of these points are not contained on your graph, you'd be picking all the ones that aren't on it. So just make sure you always read your directions. But another question, if you use Desmos, can make it pretty easy, as long as you're careful.